Going to take that, John. Look at that, he hasn't even counted them out. He'll enjoy that because Roback's taken quite a few chips off Stevich throughout today's tournament. Nice hand indeed. And now he gets
a bit of an applause as well.
That's it, and a toothy grin. Look, if you don't know much about poker and you're just sitting there and not knowing what you're doing, then maybe this will help. 2 cards each to start with to every player. They're your own. Then we get a round of betting. There'll be 5 community cards in the middle, starting with the flop. That's the first 3. These are everybody's cards. We'll have more betting now, and at the end, the best 5-card hand out of 7 will win. We get the 4th community card now. It's called the turn, and then we get some more betting. Now let's get the river. All the cards have been dealt. 5 community in the middle, 2 in your hand. We'll have some more betting. Now we'll find out who's won. And we see the 10 jack, which fills the straight. 8, 9, 10 jack queen, and that beats trip 8s, 3 8s. So that's the theory. Let's get back to the practice. Another hand being dealt here at the final table in Barcelona.
€90,000 first prize. The winner also gets a sponsored €15,000 package. So the final in Monte Carlo.
So the blinds are in for this hand. Without the blinds, we may as well play. It might as well be in a knitting class, let's face it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they create the action. There's a small blind and a big blind just after the button, which actually puts money in the pot for people to win. Okay, so Luca's found a pair of 6s. See what he does with it. Okay, so he's bet.
Luca is opening the top with a raise of 15.
Do you think he's Italian?
He looks Italian. David's got a queen jack of hearts.
It's a 15,000 bet. He's going to have to go in that. It's all in the flop in that hand, isn't it, really, for
Cabbage
David?
folded, yep. Cabbage folded, so it's a pot between Luca Pagano and David Callahan.
I reckon it probably is cabbage, but I think it wants to be called cabbage. It's a bit of a Hassan's bouquet thing. It's all in this flop. And look at that. Look at that. There you go. Sign of the devil. The 666 is out, and he will love that because O'Callaghan has hit the top pair. And bar a couple of clubs, he's looking at an absolute gift here, Pagano. He should double 3.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how he bets this. He'll probably put on a little act and put in a small bet. There we go, little teaser, 10, trying to get David to come over the top, and there he goes. Fell right into the trap.
And of course, a queen's not going to help him at all, because that'll give Pagano a full house.
Yep, it's a little bit of naivety on David's part there. I mean, okay, it's difficult to think you're not winning with your queens up, but he could find out a little bit cheaper than that.
Well, it's nothing but a death march here. What a hand. What a hand. That's a gift, isn't it? I mean, it's a gift. You sit in pocket 6s, you hit the 6, you're going to double up. It's all you can do but to stand up and shout hallelujah, really, when you hit that. Let's take a look at how that pans out. O'Callaghan with 2 pair after all the community cards were dealt. He had the queen off the flop and the river was a jack. However, we have a pocket pair in Pagano's hand. That's 2 6s in his personal cards, and the 6 in the community cards gives him 3 of a kind. And in any game of poker, that beats 2 pairs.
Well, I started about 7 years ago, when I was 19. I really like the game because I can read the people, and I like to study the people. When I see my opponent, I try to see myself on them. I just compare me and him and try to understand the differences. Obviously, I know me very well, so from the difference, I can understand them very well. I mean, actually, I don't like to gamble. That's one of the reasons because I like poker, because poker is not a gambling. My reason to play is now is to win.
Lovely guy, but that made no sense at all to me. Let's have a look at how important the dealer button is in poker. Now the dealer button rests with a designated dealer of each hand and will pass clockwise with each hand. The two players to the immediate left of that dealer will place in forced bets, chips or money. It's called the small blind and the big blind before any card is dealt, and that's exactly what's just happened here in this hand as players check their cards and decide whether to fold or bet.
And in the meantime, we've got Pinaris going all in with a pair of eights. He's short stacked. He's hoping to double up here. Let's see if he gets a call from anyone.
That's exactly what he should get, an ace-king there from Stefan Rapp. David O'Callaghan's already folded. And that's a raise to 40,000. Let's see what the rest of the table think of that action on Cabage. And he'll have a look at his cards again. We got a pair of tens. Now, if he goes with that, Pinaris is likely to be in his way home, John.
Yeah, well, let's see what he does. He's had a raise and a re-raise in front of him. Okay, it's a sensible decision that he's folded.
Not at all. Couldn't disagree more. I would have had my girlfriend in there if anyone would have taken her. I really would. A pair of tens. I would have been hoping people were sitting in cards like ace king, but which at the moment are the losing cards.
Yeah, but that's why you're a DJ and I'm a poker player.
And that's why I've got more money in my bank account now. Cabage is telling them about the tens. Is that poker etiquette to shout that out at that stage?
Well, he's showing that he's passed a big hand. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so Pinaris is still in the lead. Rapp needs to catch an ace or a king.
And he doesn't hit it. Eights with a slight favourite. Eights taken. That's a double up for Andreas Pinaris. It's a Greek double. You better believe it.
Andreas Pinaris, and I'm from Athens, Greece. This kind of poker I play only for 3 years now. In Greece we play a different poker. I think in poker the most difficult thing is mainly to be against yourself. This is the most difficult thing, to not to get involved when you feel it too much, or the opposite, attack when your cards mean nothing. So it is against yourself the battle, mainly, I think.
They're all philosophers. I want to see some blood here, John. We've still got 8 players. The short stacks aren't going out. Let's see what's being dealt and let's see where the action is at. Early folds coming in then. Stefan Rapp's not having any of that. Cabage takes a look at his cards. At least one of them. Come on, son. And that's better, isn't it?
Ace six of hearts. It's a playable hand. He'll probably play it aggressively now, John. Yeah, he's raised it up to 13,000.
John raises to 13,000.
Suited clubs from Stevich. He likes to look at that. He wants to see a flop with such a comparatively small bet to start with. He's going to see that, isn't he, in that hand?
He doesn't have to. He's taking a bit of a risk here. But let's see how it develops. Roback folds and O'Callaghan folds. So it's back to the two of them.
Stevich, of course, much more boomer bust in this tournament in the final table so far. And the 5s and the 9s. Okay, he's hit his clubs, but at the same time, the ace is still leading at this stage and is still favourite. It's all in the bet, isn't it?
John's put in a bet here of about, looks like 35,000.
So he's playing that quite aggressively. Let's see what Stevich does. Of course, he still needs that one club. And he's went all in.
Well, he's playing very aggressively. It's impossible for John Cabage to call here.
He hasn't sat in this casino all day to go out in that hand. He's sitting on absolutely nothing. So many cards to beat him at this stage. So he's got no option but to fold and just take a small beating. He's got to be thinking about the next hand here, John.
He's wondering what to do. He's playing aggressively. There he goes. He has to fold.
And he's folded out. Another win for Stevich. And let me tell you, that stack of Cabage, probably the best known player at the table, is slowly but surely diminishing.
If you play aggressively, that's sometimes you lose.
He's going through a bad Cabage patch. Let's take a look at the man himself.
My name is John Cabage from London, England, and I've been playing poker for 10 years. When I was young, I was very active, but I realised at a very young age I was too lazy, and poker was good for lazy people, so that's why I went into poker. You have to respect the gambling environment. It's a very up and down environment. You can have your bad times and you can have your good times. And where the great players come out is when they're having a bad time, they survive it. It's a great fun when you're
when you're winning and you're travelling and you're paying for the expenses and you're paying for the holiday as well as making a living, it's good.
He fails to mention that the buzz of losing is second only to the buzz of winning. That's the problem with poker, when that river card gets turned and you get beaten all ends up. That feeling in the pit of your stomach, John.
We've all had it. So Bush and Pagano and Roback have folded. Oh, there we go.
He's not going to fold that. One of the best hands you can get pre-flop, yeah?
Raise.
Yeah, he's going to raise. How much? 20,000 it looks like.
Walk away from the hand, walk away from the hand. Anyone going in this is looking like a bad beat. We got a pair of threes there with Cabage.
He's re-raised. He's playing them very aggressively. I mean, he's walking into a trap here, unfortunately. He doesn't realise it. But David, if David had any other hand, he'd have to fold to this raise. But he's moved all in, so Cabbage now knows he's up against, at least up against the big pair. You know, the best hand, you know, the hand that he would like him to have as a pair is Ace King. But I don't see Cabbage calling.
He's in a similar situation as he was with Stevich in the previous hand, but we're looking at a massive pot here, 165,000, and he folds it. And unless Cabage starts winning cards, he is going home.
He's playing the way you need to play in these tournaments. He's playing aggressively, but unfortunately, the bad luck is he's walked into two big hands.
He's probably dreading actually looking at his cards now with the luck that he's having. He's probably thinking, even if he's got an ace king in his hand, he's probably going to walk into the bullets.
Okay, Stevich. On Stevich, they all fold. Round to Naris. What's he got? Ace four of spades. Very, very short stacks. He's going to move all in.
Blood, that's what we need. We need to get the numbers down. So Andres Pinares, we've seen him win a good hand earlier, and he's all in again. Ace four suited.
He'll probably get called because Adam Roback's got so many chips. He can afford to call him with this weak small pair.
11,900.
And of course, he doesn't even need to hit anything at the moment. He's winning unless the ace or four comes out. Pinares is going home.
Well, he's actually raised this pot to get David O'Callaghan out just in case he had overcards, which of course he had.
So we get 7 taxis outside, and unless Pinares hits an ace, he's in the first of them. Get the meter running.